Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju Ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupara Shatara Shata Shishmar Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosvāmī Mahārāja Śrīla Gurudeva Ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupara Shatara Shata Shishmar Bhaktivedanta Vaman Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupara Shatara Shata Shishmar Bhaktivedanta Swami Mahārāja Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupara Shatara Shata Shishmar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupara Shatara Shata Shishmar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosvāmī Prabhupada Ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Śrīla Gaurkishoras Babaji Mahārāja Ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishta Śrīla Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Śrīla Jagannath Das Babaji Mahārāja Ki Jai Shri Rupa Anugagoriya Guru Varga Ki Jai Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopala Bhattadas Raghunath Shar Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Śrīla Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Kshetra Mandala Gaura Mandala Vraja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Sarva Abhishta Pradata Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Radha Kunda Shama Kunda Ki Jai Shri Amuna Devi Ganga Devi Ki Jai Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai Shri Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya Ki Jai Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev Ki Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Nitya Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashata Rashata Shishmad Srila Bhakti Pramoda Purī Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Tadir Shubha Tirubhav Titi Ki Jai 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 Shri Kartik Vrat Niyam Seva Ki Jai Urja Vrat Ki Jai Urjeshwari Raseshwari Shri Vishabhanu Nandini Shrimati Radha Thakurani Ki Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Oh, okay. Kishore has to leave early for a program, but you can definitely make time for a video call about Bhakti Pramoda Purī Goswami Maharaj. Okay, great. So now we are continuing reading from this book. We read about 67%, I think exactly, 67% of this beautiful book written by Srimati Devamayī Dīdī, about the life of the biography of Śrīla Bhakti Pramoda Purī Goswami Maharaj. And we'll finish this book over the next few days. But let's see, what point did we read up to? Let me just... I didn't really get time to prepare, so I was... one second, let me just... Oh, and let me see also on YouTube and Facebook all who's here. There. Oh, Hari Bol Rukmini Didi. All glories to your Guru Maharaj. And Raseshwari Mataji. Hari Bol. We have one disciple and two grand disciples with us right now of Śrīla Bhakti Pramoda Purī Goswami Maharaj. I feel very lucky to be reading this group. Okay, so let me open this up. We're reading with, this is, written by Devamayī Mataji, who is Rukmini Didi's mother. Rukmini, who is with us right now. Okay, let's see. I think we ended last time. It was Bhakti Vibod Bodayan Maharaj. Shripad Bhakti Vibod Bodayan Maharaj. He was starting his glorification. I think that's where we ended. So I think that's a nice. Well, I just find that really quick. What page are we on? 306. No, that's too far. Right. Oh wait, I think we read Tripurari Mahārāja. I think that's what was the last thing. Yeah. Okay, so let me just type in Tripurari. Sorry, I got ready in a rush. Yeah. Okay. Now I think this is the 6th section called A Divine Portrait. And these are remembrances from many different people. Yeah, here we are. Okay. Sorry about that. One day, so this is Shripad Bhakti Vibodh Bodhayan Mahārāja. The Guru Mahārāja of Shubhananda Prabhu, that's here Guru Mahārāja, right? And also Raseshwari Mataji. Okay. One day in Sridham Mayapur, Srila Guru Mahārāja was talking to Shripad Shamal Krishna Prabhu and Shripad Dinabandhu Prabhu. Yeah. Okay, so Guru Mahārāja was talking to Shripad Shamal Krishna Prabhu and Srimad Dinabandhu Prabhu. All of a sudden, Srila Guru Mahārāja said, "I feel like my body is burning. Why is that?" So they thought that he was not feeling well, but they could not find any reason for this burning sensation. Later, someone called from the Kolkata Mat and reported that during Arati, Giridhari's asan had caught fire, but the fire was put out. Hearing this, Srila Guru Mahārāja became grief-stricken and refused to take any prasad for 2 days. Again and again he said, "Ma Yashoda takes such good care of her Gopal. With what great affection and care she feeds him. Today, this same Gopal had to suffer being burnt. I am the son of a poor Brahman. I have no taste for this opulent prasad that you give me," etc., etc. He kept lamenting like this for a few days. Wow. That is just... I've heard a couple stories like this, like how much he was completely connected with Thakurji, even from when he was a far distance away. He knew exactly how they were being treated, what was happening to them, everything. Once I was coming to Mayapur from Kolkata on a bus. Near Dum Dum, the bus had a head-on collision with a truck. Many passengers were badly injured. I was chanting in the bus and nothing happened to me. I got off that bus and took another. When I came to the mat, Shamal Prabhu, Pradyumna Prabhu, and Marumangal Prabhu all came to me and asked if something had happened to me. They told me Guru Mahārāja was very anxious for me. He had been saying, "I hope Bodhayan Mahārāja is not in some danger. Please go and see if he has come." Wow. Right, Shri Guru is Antaryami. Well, I mean, a Guru like Srila Bhakti Purī Gosvāmī Mahārāja is Antaryami. He knows exactly everything that's going on within us. When Srila Guru Mahārāja was staying in Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Mat, one gentleman used to come to him every now and then. When Srila Guru Mahārāja spoke Harikatha to him, he never paid any attention. One day I felt very frustrated with him, so I said to Guru Mahārāja, "Guru Mahārāja, it is very obvious that speaking Harikatha to this person is absolutely fruitless. He never pays any attention to what you say. I understand why. He comes to you with some material interest. I am sure you know that too. So then why do you speak Harikatha to him?" Guru Mahārāja responded very spiritedly, moving his right hand in the air. "You do not understand. Speaking Harikatha is never fruitless." Wow. Jai. Okay, so here are some remembrances from Gopinath Prabhu, who is now he's Gopinath Babaji Mahārāja. He's ever since I lived in Purī for a while, since 2011, and he's been the Mat commander, Mat in charge, and he's been deeply involved with all the construction of all the different mats, and very nice Vaishnava. Once at the Mayapur Mat, our god sister, Vandanadi, she came with a few other god sisters to offer her obeisances to Srila Guru Mahārāja. Srila Guru Mahārāja told them he was suffering some unhappiness in his heart because something bad was going to happen. Exactly 2 hours after that, news came that Shripad Ramdas Prabhu had been in a car accident. Wow. In Sridham Mayapur, Srila Guru Mahārāja called me one morning and said, "I wonder why I had a bad dream last night. You go to the temple and ask the pujari if anything happens there." At that time, the pujari was our godbrother from Bangladesh, Hiranmoy. I told him, "Srila Guru Mahārāja wants to know if something happened to the deities last night, and you must tell me the truth." Then the pujari said, "Last night, Gadadhar tilted towards Sri Krishna. When I reported this to Srila Guru Mahārāja, he said, 'Go to the temple and very humbly ask for their forgiveness,' Thakurji's forgiveness." Once, many years ago, Srila Guru Mahārāja went to his home in Ganganandapur. At that time, his family there had 2 cows. One was an old cow, and the other was a young cow who gave milk. Srila Guru Mahārāja used to stay on the veranda of the temple room. From there, he overheard his mother telling her daughter-in-law, that's Srila Guru Mahārāja's younger brother's wife, "Boma, take good care of the milking cows." So he overheard his mother saying, "Boma, take good care of the milk-giving cow. If you cannot take such good care of the other one, that is all right." Hearing this, Srila Guru Mahārāja told his sister-in-law, "Yes, Boma, in our house also there is an old lady who cannot do a lot of work. It is not necessary to take good care of her either." Hearing this, his mother thought he had a point, and she was embarrassed by what she had said. That's a perfect. Mahārāja is very fond of children, and they are also very fond of him. When Mahārāja was living in Kalna, every time he went to Kolkata, he would take some good quality candies with him to Kalna to distribute among the village children. He never got angry with children, except once. Oh my God, there's a rat in there. Anyways, whatever. There's this rat that keeps on trying to jump up to the windowsill and it can't make it and it falls down. Okay. So he never got angry with children except for once. He was absorbed in his Dīdī worship when his niece, who was a little girl at the time, kept distracting him. After she did this a few times, Srila Guru Mahārāja slapped her on the face. Later, he was very affectionate to her, but he wrote in his diary, "Why was I overwhelmed by anger? It is because I have not done any Hari Bhajan in my life." Okay, sorry. In Sridham Mayapur, Srila Bhakti Pramoda Purī Gosvāmī, when he's engaged in his Thakurji Seva, he was completely absorbed in that Thakurji Seva. That is the time that you don't disturb him. So, Hari Bol Champak Mataji. In Sridham Mayapur, when the first building was built, Their lordships, Shishi Radha Gopinath, were being worshipped in a room upstairs. One day, Srila Guru Maharaj told me, if the deities are upstairs, then those who are coming to the mutt cannot always see the deity. So, if possible, make a room downstairs and put domes on top of that room. Very considerate. At that time, the adjacent land had not yet been bought. There was hardly any land on which to build. After a lot of deliberation, we settled on a little piece of land beside the present kitchen next to a coconut tree. So we started digging the foundation there. It was about 10 o'clock in the morning when Srila Guru Maharaj finished his morning worship and came out on the porch upstairs. He looked at the coconut tree and saw that they were cutting its root. He immediately called me and said, "What are you doing? A coconut tree is as good as a brahmana. Killing a coconut tree is like killing a brahmana. Stop this immediately." After this incident, Srila Guru Maharaj fasted, even from water, for a day and night, and chanted the Maha Mantra incessantly. Wow. Okay. Actually, my parents have a little house in Navadvip, and there's a coconut tree there. And the villagers want my parents to cut down the coconut tree because they're afraid that it's a hazard, like that it might fall down. And my mother was very against it, and I was trying to convince her to, just let them do it. But now I'm having second thoughts after reading that. Okay. Yes, and Kishore Krishna was mentioning that niece got a lot of mercy. That's for sure. One second. Okay. I never heard that, but Kishore said that, didn't Prabhupada say coconuts have eyes? I've never heard that. Interesting. In 1996, when a devotee was...
Yes, Prabhupada said that, and Trini was witness to it. It was in Hawaii.
Really? Oh, wow.
About coconuts having eyes.
All right. I was on the morning walk with Srila Prabhupada and a few other devotees in Honolulu. And he said, "Why are all the coconuts cut?" You could see that
they trimmed them,
They trimmed them and there were no coconuts on the coconut trees. And I think Bali Mardan said, well, they think they're going to fall on the heads of people, and Prabhupada said, that's ridiculous. I can't remember his wording. He said, no, coconuts have eyes.
Very interesting.
Our regular practice also is there. We don't remove all the coconut coverings. We keep shikha to coconut, and wherever we offer it to the deities, we keep shikha. Without shikha, it is not allowed in our practice to offer the coconut to the deities.
Wow, very interesting.
What is shikha? Shikha? I don't understand the term, Prabhu. What was that?
Shikha, ponytail. We keep on head. Shikha.
Like the top of the coconut, right? The end part of the coconut.
Yes, Prabhu.
When you offer, you clip. We have about 40 coconut trees, and even the fronds when they fall because they shed all the time. The old ones, our cows love them. They eat them fresh, green, or dry.
Wow, that's a very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of cows, now we're hearing some more cow katha, I think. In 1996, when a devotee was taking care of the cows in our Goshala in Sri Mayapur, Srila Guru Maharaj went there and saw him. Immediately, Srila Guru Maharaj asked him, Do you do the work of...
Haribol, Rafi.
Guru Maharaj asked him, do you do the work of a gunin, a village folk astrologer who sometimes relies on things like black magic, etc.? The devotee was amazed that Srila Guru Maharaj knew this just by looking at him. He truthfully admitted that this is what he did. Srila Guru Maharaj asked him not to do that kind of work anymore. Later, Srila Guru Maharaj initiated him. In the Goshala in Sri Mayapur, a cow gave birth to a calf. When we reported this to Srila Guru Maharaj, he became very joyful. He said, "You bring that calf to me. I will give the Harinam mantra to its ears." When we brought the calf, Srila Guru Maharaj gave her the Harinam mantra. Then he asked for some Mahaprasad and fed the calf with his own hand. Wow! So Srila Bhakti Purī Gosvāmī had a calf-initiated disciple. So neat. Right? That's Harina, when Guru is giving Maha Mantra to you, specifically into your ear. That's getting initiated. Once, when Srila Guru Maharaj went to his home in Ganganandapur, he was worshipping his deities. Everybody knew that he worshipped them with great care every day, and it would take him a long time. No matter what happened, he could not be disturbed or interrupted. That day, while worshipping his deities, he heard the calf crying in the courtyard. Everyone was very busy doing things elsewhere, so he himself got up in the middle of his puja to untie the calf so it could nurse. Shripad Govinda Prabhu, that's Sri Govinda Banerjee, he once told me that Maharaj had some concern about the deity's altar in the Kalna temple. He wanted a civil engineer to come and assess the structural integrity. So Govinda Prabhu brought an engineer to the temple. When the engineer, Mr. Jana, took care of the problem, Srila Guru Maharaj, who was not only a sannyasi, but already a revered guru and acharya in the whole Vaishnava, he was already a revered acharya and guru in the whole Vaishnava Sampradaya. He offered his prostrated dandavat to the engineer. Wow. What were we reading yesterday? Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami was saying, he was quoting Chaitanya Charitamrita. What is it? Alpa seva bahu kori mani. How did that verse go? It's from Chaitanya Charitamrita. But yeah, Mahaprabhu considers even a very small amount of service to be highly significant, like very significant, very big. When Srila Guru Maharaj was in Kalna, he used to do a lot of things by himself. Every day he used to bathe in the Ganga and clean the temple by himself. He cooked for the deities and worshipped them 3 times a day. He gave class twice a day. He also went out preaching and collecting. He also kept a diary and wrote letters and articles, etc. It is impossible to conceive how he had so much time and energy. One day he had to go to the municipal office to obtain some legal document. That day he performed his puja in his mind as he was waiting outside the main doors. When Srila Guru Maharaj was admitted to the Kotari hospital in Kolkata, I had the opportunity to spend one night in his room. Srila Guru Maharaj was admitted for severe lung congestion and extreme breathing difficulty. Yet, in spite of his breathing difficulty, he chanted the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra the whole time. And sometimes he would say, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Jagannath, Jai Nrsimhadev, very loudly. Many of us were in his room during the day. Even though he was so ill, every time he started speaking Harikatha, it was difficult to stop him. In Vrindavan, when he was ill, we requested him not to speak Harikatha. Then Maharaj said, "Have I come here just to sit all day? How can I not speak Harikatha sometime?" Srila Guru Maharaj never ate anything other than the prasad from the mutt. When he went preaching, he used to cook for himself. Shripad Sundar Gopal Prabhu of Medinipur remembers that when Mahārāja went there for preaching and stayed in his house, he cooked for himself. At that time, Mahārāja was 76 years old. Wow, even at that age. Okay, now are some remembrances of Dinabandhu Prabhu. He's a very nice Vaishnav who lives just right across from the main gate of, the front gate of Chaitanya Mat in Mayapur. His ashram is just right opposite to that front gate. I went there and visited him a couple times. He's a very nice Vaishnav. He was serving Śrīla Bhakti Pramoda Purī Gosvāmī at the end, very closely, like one of his main servants at the end. One second, let me just check the comments. Haribol Ganga Mataji. Oh, Rukmini Dīdī says in the hardcover edition there are photos. I want to see those photos. I don't have the book with me though. Okay, in Purī, I sometimes used to feed Srila Guru Mahārāja the evening prasadam. One evening, I started talking. When I'm back in Navadip, I'll have photos, so I can show everybody the photos. In Purī, I sometimes used to feed. So Dinabandhu was remembering. In Purī, I sometimes used to feed Srila Guru Mahārāja the evening prasadam. One evening, I started talking to him, and somehow tricked him into taking a little bit more prasadam than he usually does. After some time, Mahārāja realized what I was doing, and he heavily chastised me. Later, after Mahārāja took evening rest, I went back to my room, and lying in my bed, I started thinking about what Mahārāja had told me. Between 11 and 12 every night, Gopinath Prabhu would go see Mahārāja. That night, I heard Mahārāja asking Gopinath Prabhu, "Where is Dinabandhu?" Gopinath Prabhu said, "He is resting. Has he gone to sleep?" That I do not know. Go and call him if he hasn't gone to sleep. So I went, offered my dandavat, and said, "Guru Maharaj, do you want to say something to me?" Mahārāja embraced me and kept his hand on my shoulder. Then he said, "Did your parents chastise you at home sometimes?" I said, "Yes, Guru Maharaj." Guru Maharaj said, "I am also your father, and you are my child. That is why I chastise you." He was crying when he said these words, so I also started crying. Whenever I feel some danger or I feel hopeless, I remember that. I say, "Guru Maharaj, I am your child, so please protect me." And he always protects me. Oh, that's so beautiful. 3 or 4 days before Guru Maharaja's departure from this world, I put him on a chair at night to take him to the bathroom. Guru Maharaj was not talking, but suddenly he very loudly recited this verse, "Aham sarvasva prapavo matta sarvam pravartate. Itti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita." That's Bhagavad Gita 10:8. Lord Krishna said, "I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts." After Guru Maharaj was released from the hospital in Kolkata, he was staying in Govinda Prabhu's flat in Kolkata. One day, Guru Maharaj was looking very intensely toward the wall near the ceiling. Our godbrother, Raseshwar Prabhu, was there, so he said, "Guru Maharaj, are you seeing somebody there?" Guru Maharaj said, "Yes." "Are you seeing Krishna?" "No." "Are you seeing Mahaprabhu?" "No." "Are you seeing Radharani?" This time, Guru Maharaj very loudly said, "Yes." On the day that Srila Guru Maharaj disappeared, from 1 in the afternoon to 6 o'clock at night. I was in his room, and I was continuously singing kirtan. Every time I stopped the kirtan, Guru Maharaj expressed his displeasure. So I kept singing kirtan, and Guru Maharaj kept time with his right hand while stroking my head with his left hand. The whole time his eyes were fixed on the pictures of Srila Prabhupada, Sri Sri Nrsimhadev, and Sri Jagannath on his wall. Wow. Now these are remembrances of Sundarananda Prabhu, Shushil Sharma. My first impression of Srila Guru Maharaj was that he was not at all greedy for name and fame. He liked to remain in a peaceful environment with limited but qualified disciples. His face, speech, and activities revealed the true nature and character of a pure devotee, fully dedicated to the service of Lord Sri Krishna. Anyone who is endeavoring to go home, back to Godhead, may humbly seek his guidance without any obligation. He is ready to distribute the hidden treasure, the love of God, even at the age of 95. Once I came to live at Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math for a few days to listen to his Harikatha. At that time, he told me many things. One thing I particularly remember is that he told me there are 3 kinds of affection. The person you love asks you for a glass of water, and you tell him where the water is, so he can get it. Or you call someone and ask that person to give him a glass of water. Or you bring that glass of water yourself and give it to him. I am in the habit of eating chapatis at night. But while I stayed at Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math, I noticed that they did not serve chapatis for prasad at night. I did not say anything about this to anyone, but Srila Guru Maharaj called me at prasad time and told me that he had saved the chapatis they gave him for me. He saved his own chapatis, he saved them for me. Because he remembered that I was in the habit of eating chapatis at night. Oh. Okay, now this is Jagarananda Prabhu, Jason Gaynor, from California, USA. When I got initiated by Srila Guru Maharaj, he gave me the name Jagannath Das. Hearing that, I felt some reservation in my mind about the name, because there were several people named Jagannath where I lived. Even though I did not say anything, Shripad Bodhayan Maharaj could guess that I had some reservation, so he asked me, "Is this name okay with you?" I did not know what to say, so I said, "I was hoping to get the name of one of Mahaprabhu's associates." Shripad Bodhayan Maharaj conveyed this to Srila Guru Maharaj, and Srila Guru Maharaj thought about it for a few moments. Then he gave me the name Jagarananda Das. I liked this name very much. I especially relished the pastimes of Jagarananda Pandit with Mahaprabhu, how Jagarananda Pandit used to get angry with Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu would try to appease him by eating a lot when Jagarananda Pandit cooked for him. The next time I came back, I had to stay in a hotel because there was no room in the math. So I would spend the whole day in the math and just sleep in the hotel at night. Every day I would ask Srila Guru Maharaj if I could give him a massage. Every time I asked him, Srila Guru Maharaj said something like, "Why don't you take prasad?" Or, "Why don't you go chant?" So I felt very frustrated that Srila Guru Maharaj wouldn't let me massage him. One day I felt so frustrated and depressed that I just stayed in my hotel room from morning till evening and did not even go to the math. Then when I went to the math, everybody started asking me, "Where have you been all day? We've been looking for you all day. Srila Guru Maharaj has been asking for you all day. He wants you to give him a massage." So when I went to his room, Guru Maharaj said, I have this shaking in my hands for some time now, and this has prevented me from writing. I was hoping your massage could cure this shaking so that I could write again." One day I said, "Guru Maharaj, when we are here, we have the Devotees Association. We stay in the math and we see the deities. It's easier to become Krishna conscious, but when we are in America and we have to go out, work, and do business, there are so many distractions. How can we maintain our bhajan?" Guru Maharaj looked at me and said, Don't you worry. Krishna will come for us and save us all. One devotee asked Guru Maharaj, when I go back to my country, how will I maintain my connection with you? And Guru Maharaj said, wherever you chant your Gayatri, I will be with you. Wow. Whenever you chant your Gayatri, I will be with you. Oof. Man, I really need to take...
A little thing about Srila
Yes.
Narayan
Yes.
Guru. And I was in the morning walk, and then I remember reading the last part of the Gita Gucha by Bhakti Pragyān Keshava Gosvāmī Maharaj.
Yes.
And he says we should have very intimate service rendered to Sri Guru, to Guru. And so I asked Gurudev, there's so many and so qualified, and how am I going to serve intimate service to you? And he said, am I not there when you chant your Gayatri?
Wow. Jai ho. I think in Lochan Das Thakur, there's one song, it's he says, Guru mantra sar koro e bar vrajete hoi bevas. Means Guru mantra. I think that could either mean the mantra is given by Sri Guru, or it could actually specifically refer to Guru mantra. Just chant that one time, and you will attain residence in Vraj.
The mode of ignorance will leave you, the mode of goodness will enter you, and you will become Krishna Das.
Yes, tamoguna jabe, satoguna pabe, hoi Krishna das. Yes. Bindu Madhav Prabhu. Remembrances from Bindu Madhav Prabhu. 2 years ago, a miscreant stole my bag, and he stole $500 US, which $500 US, which I had brought with me as a humble offering to Guru Maharaj. When Guru Maharaj heard of the story, he had brought me at once to his room. When I entered, I found him very upset. When he turned his head to me, upon seeing me, he cried more. In a choked voice, he told me, "Please, forgive me. Forgive my offenses. I have offended you. You are my guest, and someone has stolen your things. This is my fault. I'll give you back all your money." Of course, there was no offense. And then he's saying, you, Guru Maharaj, I guess this is an offering that he wrote. You, Guru Maharaj, are perfectly innocent. No, okay, maybe there should be quotation marks there. And then Guru Maharaj insisted, "Tell me, what can I do for you so that you will forgive me?" So, Guru Maharaj, here is what I desire. I want neither knowledge, nor wealth, nor position, nor recognition. I simply want you to penetrate my heart and take away all those weeds growing in it. Please, I beg you with all my strength and sincere foolishness to clean up my heart, so that I can one day become a little bit humble and thus be able to relish the nectarian association of devotees. We all know that in humility resides the attainment of our goal, Krishna Prem, and by seeing your extreme renunciation, I have no doubt that you are swimming day and night in the topmost ecstasy. I beg to remain eternally the servant of your servant. That's Sri Vyasa Puja, 1995. And now Ram Das Prabhu, Raul Goff in California, USA. While the world is philosophically confused about the nature of Guru, Ritvik, and proper Adhikar, your example shines like a light of pure Krishna Bhakti. When I received your divine connection, I remember you told me, "Go and offer these beads to Prabhupada and pay dandavat to him. He will initiate you." I have seen over the years that you have never felt yourself to be our Guru, but always the servant of Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur deep in your heart. This is the real meaning of Guru. So in Vyasa Puja 1998. Now, Nani Gopal Prabhu. Let me tell you first of all, You will not find another human being more contemptible than myself. We have all heard of Jagai and Madai, but they actually helped Mahaprabhu to perform his pastimes, whereas I can admit very sincerely that there is no sin that I have not committed. I have eaten food that one should not eat. I have gone to places where one should not go. I have even committed the sin of aborting a fetus. The song written by the most merciful Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Amar Jivan Sada Pape Rata, that my life is always engaged in committing sins. That song was actually written about me. Every word of that song is true in my life. Let me mention here, for a long time, 20 to 25 years, I was associated with the group called Santan Dal. Then, for some reason, I had a conflict with them, and after the disappearance of Thakur Balak Brahmachari, I came to see Srila Guru Maharaj with the help of my most dear friend Narayan Das Prabhu at the Kalighat Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math. At the very first meeting, I felt great joy. Then I started coming to hear Harikatha from him about 2 or 3 times a week after work. Maharaj used to speak to me about his past life, and he always used to speak about Srila Prabhupada. He used to tell me, Baba, you should always say Jai Prabhupada, Jai Nrsingadev. In other words, this is how he wanted to deliver me. At the same time, Shripad Budayan Maharaj, who is then known as Asim Prabhu, he used to encourage me to serve Srila Guru Maharaj in some way. Sometimes, when he would go on some important errand, he would ask me to do something for Srila Guru Maharaj. One day, when Shripad Budayan Maharaj went to see an accountant on some important matter, he asked me to stay near Maharaj. Then Maharaj played the pastime of being very ill. He said, I am getting a fever. Baba, please cover me with quilts and blankets, and please embrace me. I became scared. How would I touch Maharaj's transcendental body with my sinful body? Little did I know this is how Maharaj wanted to deliver me. Presently, I started chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra very loudly, and Maharaj was also chanting with me. A little while after this incident, Maharaj gave me shelter at his lotus feet. Now I understand that my most merciful Gurudev made this whole arrangement only to deliver me. That was from the Vyasa Puja issue of Bhagavad Dharma, 1998. Now, Krishna Priya Saraswati, her offering, Snigdha Palit. I do not have the courage or qualification to glorify Srila Guru Maharaj. Only at the request of my Vaishnav Prabhus am I writing a few words. I'll probably make many mistakes. I hope and pray that Srila Guru Maharaj will forgive me. To write about Srila Guru Maharaj, I feel it is necessary to write a few words about my initiation. In 1976, I was studying Sanskrit with a Sanskrit scholar at the Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math at 35 Satish Mukherjee Road. At that time, I heard about Srila Guru Maharaj living there on the 3rd floor. I had been looking for a bona fide guru for 12 years. I had not revealed this to anyone. At the time, when my hankering to find my guru was most intense, I had his darshan on the 3rd floor of Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math. Another devotee was also learning Sanskrit along with me. He advised me to get initiation from the Gaudiya Math. My aunt advised me to ask for initiation from Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pramoda Purī Maharaj. I was enchanted as soon as I entered his room upon seeing him. He was sitting on an asan, absorbed in a book. On seeing him, I felt, at least I have found a guru to my liking. My desire was to receive initiation from a sannyasi. I thought this would inspire me on the path of Hari Bhajan. I immediately begged him for initiation. He smilingly told me that it takes a few years before initiation for guru and disciple to get to know each other. Therefore, I would have to wait at least a year. I submitted to him that I had already been waiting for 12 years. It would be impossible for me to wait another year, he said. But I have no mat of my own. Who sent you here? Then he said, and you are not married yet. When you get married, this may create some disturbance in your family life. Our path is very difficult. Not everyone can maintain it. I said, I do not want to get married. I want to do Hari Bhajan, taking shelter of a bona fide guru. Then I started going to him every day and started hearing his lectures and kirtan. I started observing Akadashi. He gave me the book Jaiva Dharma and asked me to read it. Very soon I got initiated. I considered my life fulfilled. I have been to his temple in Kalna and have seen him in front of many deities. I've seen him in front of many deities and surrounded by many books of scripture. Every day he would spend 3 or 4 hours in deity worship. He pays no attention to food or rest. He does not like laziness. He used to stay up all night writing Sri Chaitanya Vani magazine. He would say, I am serving the pen that Srila Prabhupada has put in my hand. All the time he would say, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Nrsimhadev. He is always calm and sober. He never becomes angry. Even when his hands started trembling, he did not stop writing. By the blessings of Srila Prabhupada, today he has become very famous. In him I see the personification of devotion for Gurudev, love for Vaishnavas, and affection for disciples. Many times I have gone to him and expressed my sorrow about many things. He has always said, You have received this rare human body. Do Hari Bhajan. No one can say what kind of body one will receive in the next life. One cannot trust one's own breath, because it may be the last breath. He is very affectionate to me. Of course, he is very affectionate to everyone. His conduct fits with the saying, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole world is related to me. He was a very dear disciple of Srila Prabhupada. On his own appearance day, he asks us to offer flowers at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. This is how he has taught us about Guru Bhakti, devotion for Gurudev. Apani achari dharma jivere shikai. He teaches religion to other living entities by practicing it himself. I had the good fortune of accompanying him on Navadip Dham Parikrama and Sri Vrajmandal Parikrama. Even in his old age, he would go on Parikrama on foot, carrying a cane in one hand and resting the other on the shoulder of a brahmachari. Even in 1987, when he was 89 years old, he went on Govardhan Parikrama on foot. Oh my God, at the age of 89? He did Govardhan Parikrama by foot? The devotees had arranged for a car for him, but he said that he resolved to go on foot. The devotees could say no more. Some of us women went with him. He told us, There may be dacoits on the road. Do not walk behind me. Walk in front of me. He would walk a little bit, then stop a little bit and say, Ha Prabhupada, Ha Nrsimhadev, Ha Baladev. Then he would walk again. Everyone was thinking of him. Wow, that's amazing. He had the ladies walk in front of him. He's 89 years old. Last year, on his appearance day, he told us about Guru Puja for an hour. May I have his mercy that I can spend the last span of my life in Hari Bhajan. Okay, now Karuna Dīdī from Kolkata. Okay, this must be your aunt, right, Rukmini Dīdī? Karuna Dīdī is your aunt. Okay. Hare Krishna Meena Podal and Vidyalalasa Dīdī. Okay. So, once again, I lost it. Okay. My father, Dr. Surendranath Ghosh, later Sri Sujanananda Das Adhikari, was Srila Gurudev's godbrother. They had a lifelong relationship of intense friendship and mutual affection and respect. And this is the grandfather of the author of this book, A Life of Devotion, Devamayī Dīdī. So due to this relationship, everyone in our family received fatherly affection from Srila Gurudev. Even after my father's disappearance, we were not deprived of this affection. Later, he brought us even closer to himself by giving us mantra diksha. There was no end to his affection, mercy, and blessings. Whenever, due to his inspiration, instruction, and advice, we could perform a little service, we saw his face light up in joy with a beautiful childlike smile. He gave us his endless blessings. Once, due to some offense, a jeep backed up and ran over me, then went forward and ran over me again. According to my doctors, even if I could survive, I would have been disabled for the rest of my life. Immediately after this incident, Srila Gurudev was informed, and I have heard from Budayan Maharaj that his eyes were filled with tears, and he prayed for my recovery. My firm belief is that due to his anxiety and his blessings, in spite of being in a coma for 17 days, I recovered completely with no disability. My recovery seemed incredible to my doctors. 3 months later, when I went to see Mahārāja in Purī, he did not let me come upstairs. Instead, he asked his disciples to take him downstairs. He put his hand on my head and gave me his blessings. Seeing Gurudev's happiness, I felt I had gotten a new life. Once, I suddenly went to Purī to see him. When I arrived there, I heard from Gopinath Prabhu and others that before I reached there, Gurudev told him that I was coming. I do not know by what supernatural potency he knew about my going there, even when I didn't know about it. Once in another accident, my ribs were broken. But due to some incomprehensible attraction, without any treatment, I felt energy and inspiration to go to see him. According to medical science, it was incredible that I could travel under such circumstances. As soon as he saw me, he said, "Ma, you have come. I was calling you in my heart. I have something to discuss with you about the Mat." He knew that there was not much time left. After a month and a half, when I became well, he started playing the pastime of his final illness. Okay, now here's a memory of Lalita Dīdī from Kolkata. Okay, yeah, that was Rukmini Dīdī's great aunt. Okay. Lalita Dīdī. Srila Guru Maharaj had got a fever of 104 degrees. They told me throughout the night the fever did not go down. The whole night I sat on the veranda outside his room. The whole night I heard him chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We just, in our previous session, we were hearing the japa. Here's him chanting. Oh wait, I'm not sharing the sound. His japa is so beautiful though. 1 second. There it is. Listen.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Yeah. So she heard him chanting japa the whole night. He pronounced every syllable very clearly and never stopped. Towards the morning, he started resting. I feel I can tell Srila Guru Maharaj anything that is in my heart because he is such a loving father. He told me our material relationships are like roles in a play. They are not real. We have come here and we play the role of father, mother, son, daughter, husband, wife, etc. But we will all leave this play. There is no point in grieving for that. To think something is ours that is not. We have to think, Krishna amito tomar, tomito yamar, ki kajaya paradhane. We sang this song this morning in our previous program. This is from Atmanivedana Tuapade Kori. Krishna, you are mine and I am yours. Why would I need anything else? Srila Guru Maharaj knows how to soothe my heart and how to convince me. Okay, now we're reading offering from Yashoda Dīdī, Gerelda Purī. I don't know how to say your name. She's from Florida, USA. I think everything about Guru Maharaj is just amazing. It was October of 1997. The Vyas Puja festival had just ended, and most of the devotees had gone back home. Just a few of us remained in Mayapur, and Guru Maharaj had made his decision to move to the holy dham where Lord Chaitanya had shown his final Leela, Jagannath Purī. I was there for the festival in 1997, Vyas Puja festival. And then he wanted to move to the holy dham where Lord Chaitanya had shown his final Leela, Jagannath Purī. Bodhayan Maharaj got a car and driver. It was a kind of truck. In the front seat were the driver, myself, and my son, Radhe Shyam. In the back seat were Bodhayan Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, and Keshav Maharaj. We had took off about 10 o'clock in the morning. The heat was almost unbearable. The dust in the wind was undiscussable. Sometimes I would look back and he was there chanting the holy name just like he chants in his room. Nothing but nothing would disturb him. Not even his physical condition. We got to Kolkata airport. Many devotees came to have a darshan right there at the airport. It took almost 2 hours for the airplane to take off. We arrived in Bhubaneswar in the evening, and again we got on the road for an hour and a half. At that point we were hungry, exhausted, and thirsty, when finally we arrived at our mat in Jagannath Purī. It was already dark. Not even for a minute did he ask for help, food, water, not even for his pillow. And what amazed me the most was that he did not stop the chanting of the Maha Mantra, not even for a moment. What else can I say? When I close my eyes, I remember his head turned down, and I can still hear his voice, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Now this is the offering of Devamayī Dīdī, who is the author of this whole book, but he is like her personal offering. Okay, Hari Bol Kishore Krishna Prabhu. And Hari Bol Dinanath Prabhu pranams. Okay. So Devamayī Dasi. Oops, 1 second, let me just look at the... Okay, Jai Raldu. Okay. His Divine Grace performs the funeral rites for both my grandfather and my father. When my grandfather, Dr. S.N. Ghosh, Sujanananda Das Adhikari, who was his dear godbrother, when he departed from this world, my father was lying in a hospital, gravely ill. So Mahārāja asked me to take my father's place. When my father died, once more I was the one to offer the funeral oblations. This time I was older and more aware of what was going on. Towards the end of the funeral, he brought my father's soul there. He asked me to offer my father a seat and a food and water, and beg him for his blessings. I could feel my father's soul as if it were sitting there in his body. I knew Mahārāja had actually brought my father's soul there. He has such potency. Before this, when he was reading some mantra from his own handwritten paper, I had silently shed 2 tears. I did not think anyone would notice. But Mahārāja stopped reading and looked at me and said, "Even I feel like crying." These words came from a sannyasi known for his lifelong renunciation. Then I cried, thinking of his deep compassion. In the 1980s, I lived in the Los Angeles area. When I went to India, I took with me a picture of Shri Rukmini Dwarkadish, the presiding deities of the LA ISKCON temple. When I showed the picture of their lordships to Mahārāja, he was overwhelmed by their beauty. With tears in his eyes, he kept glorifying Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Swami Mahārāja, and he said, "How happy Śrīla Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur must be." Then he asked his servitor to keep the picture of their lordships on his altar so he could worship them. Wow! At that time, I had a very small donation to offer him, but he accepted it with great appreciation. He called his servitor to keep the money in a steel almori, and he said that this money would be used for the building of the temple. I was very embarrassed, thinking that this money couldn't even buy one brick for the temple. Before I left, Mahārāja said to me, "You have given me so much, but I could not give you anything." In 1994, I translated a book by Srila Guru Mahārāja, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Srila Bhakti Prapanna Tirtha Mahārāja of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math presented Mahārāja with a copy of that book. She translated it from English into Bengali. Mahārāja immediately wrote me a letter. In that letter, he said, "I have read your translation from cover to cover, and I am very satisfied. A fallen, ignorant soul like myself cannot understand the deep significance of the Harikatha that Mahārāja gave, even what he spoke while lying in bed. You should always read his books, discuss them among yourselves, and preach to others. Please dedicate your life to spreading the words of Srila Sridhar Mahārāja." Mahārāja has also asked me to translate Sharnagati and a few other books. Every time Mahārāja sees me, he tells me he is praying for my long life, because I have to live a long time to do my service of translating and writing books. His blessings mean more to me than I can express. It is not possible for me to describe his transcendental qualities. I have seen that he is incapable of bearing any grudge against anyone. I have never known anyone to be so reluctant to speak ill of others. He has his unique way of describing great human follies. While describing past incidents or past history, he will spend less than a moment on anything that would cast others in a negative light. He will describe a huge scandalous affair as some disturbance, and he will refer to serious quarrels as some confusion. Then he will quickly move on to the transcendental concept. By doing so, he enables his audience also to perceive the fall-downs and quarrels of this world as something trivial and transitory, and to see the divine qualities in others. Being reluctant to recognize enmity or envy, he eventually destroys any feelings of enmity or hostility towards him that ever sprang up in anyone's heart. Such serpents turned into fragrant flowers of regret and love when they entered his garden. Wow, so beautiful. If anyone does anything for him, there is no end to his gratitude. Even when materialistic people give him some donation for their own benefit, it is easy to hear from the tone of his voice that he considers himself unworthy of such a gift. He is completely unaware of his own position as seen by others. His humility is so deep, genuine, and out of this world that there is no way of describing it. One can only experience it. His existence and the environment that encircles him like a loving and obedient servant can be described by one word: sweetness. This is not the polite and mundane sweetness of this world. This sweetness enters the deepest core of our willing, thinking, feeling soul. After one who knows him, one feels that nothing from this world is convincing, but every image and sound, and even the glow of the Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavita realm becomes very real. It is obvious that his world has no pettiness, no meanness, no quarrel, no malice, no need for diplomacy. But his world is more than noble. It has the sweetness of a supremely loving consciousness that mesmerizes us with its beauty and stays with us as a soothing and mysterious companion. I have seen him make such men cry as I thought incapable of shedding tears. And those tears were tears of love. Now the offering of Kalyani Dīdī from South Africa. Until I met our Guru Mahārāja, I had never been in the presence of a pure devotee. I had previously spent many years trying to imitate Vaishnava behavior, and I imagined that I understood the concept of a self-realized soul. Then I met with our Guru Mahārāja, and I realized that my imagination had failed me completely, and that the servant of Sri Radha is more powerful, more attractive, more pleasing to the senses, more satisfying to the intellect, and more patient and loving with his disciples than my wildest imagining. He is the genuine article, and one cannot grasp his greatness without direct experience of his association. In his association, I was amazed and thought, yes, it is all true. There really is Krishna in the spiritual realm. I can now remember what I thought before. I cannot now remember what I thought before I met our Guru Mahārāja. Okay, so now this is the last part of this chapter. The following conversation took place in Bengali in Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math, Jagannath Purī, in January of 1998, between Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Mahārāja of Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math, Shripad Gopinath Prabhu of Sri Gopinath Gaudiya Math, and a guest. Okay, so now we're going to hear Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Gosvāmī Mahārāja's glorification of Srila Bhakti Pramoda Purī Gosvāmī Mahārāja in this conversation. Hari Bol, Pradumna Prabhu and Mantra Murti Mataji and Vangsiwala Prabhu. He says, sweetness ki jai. Okay. Okay, so here's a conversation from January of 1998. Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Gosvāmī Mahārāja. Our Math, Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math, started in 1955. From 1956, Mahārāja, Srila Bhakti Pramoda Purī Gosvāmī Mahārāja, started coming to our Math. At that time, he used to live in the Kalna temple, the Sri Ananta Vasudev temple. But he used to come to our Math quite regularly. In 1956, we had the first Vrajmandal Parikrama, and Mahārāja accompanied us. When he first came to the Kalna temple, Shripad Ananda Leelamai Vigraha Prabhu, another disciple of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, was also with him. Later came Krishna Sharan Prabhu. Srila Puri Mahārāja himself used to do the Dīdī worship. He used to do the Dīdī worship every day with Ganga water. Then later came Keshav Prabhu, Bhagavan Das, Vishwarup, and Radha Vinod. In 1958, Mahārāja moved to the Kalna temple on Radhashtami Day. There was a big festival on that day. I remember the first big festival I attended at the Kalna temple was on the occasion of Sri Nityananda Trayodashi. I went from Kolkata with Shripad Sujanananda Prabhu, that's Dr. S.N. Ghosh, who we've been reading about. There was hardly anybody living there at the Kalna temple at that time, but it turned out to be a very nice festival. Many people came with many supplies for the festival. Then we discovered we did not have enough cooking utensils. But Mahārāja was known, loved, and respected all over the town of Kalna. So the chairman of the Kalna municipality, Sri Prakriti Bhushan Datta, he happily supplied us with many big cooking utensils. All the local Brahmins brought grains, spices, and vegetables. There was an abundant supply of eggplants, squash, pumpkins, tomatoes, and so forth. So, with all those ingredients, we started cooking. Many people took prasad after Arati, Kirtan, and Harikatha. Then Shripad Gopinath Prabhu, he says, When Srila Guru Maharaj stayed at Sri Chaitanya Gaudiya Math, what was his service? Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj. Maharaj used to give lectures on Srimad Bhagavatam and write articles. He spent a lot of time reading and writing. This was his chief occupation. As you know, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Madhav Goswami Maharaj, made him the editor of our magazine, Sri Chaitanya Vani, in 1964. After 1962, he installed all the deities. Up to 1962, it was Bhakti Gaura Vaikanas Maharaj who installed the deities. But then after 1962, he installed all the deities. Like our Thakurji in our Rup Sanatan Gaudiya Math was installed by Srila Bhakti Pramoda Purī Goswami Maharaj. There's a picture of him installing them there in our Rup Sanatan Gaudiya Math here in Vrindavan. In all the Gaudiya Maths, he installed all the Thakurjis. During every Navadip Dham Parikrama and Rajmandal Parikrama, Maharaj used to read from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita and Srimad Bhagavatam and give lectures. Maharaj had great interest in Dīdī worship. Wherever he went, he would note down everything about the deities and their rituals of worship. Later, he would write about different deities and their paraphernalia and rituals of worship serially in the Sri Chaitanya Vani magazine. Well, I'd love to see those issues. Yeah, is there any online archive of all the old? I have like all of Gaudiya Patrika and the Gaudiya magazines and the Harmonists, but I'd love to see the Chaitanya Vani magazines. And we could find all the old articles of Srila Bhakti Pramoda Purī Goswami Maharaj. That'd be so awesome. When we went on pilgrimage to North India and South India, he wrote many articles describing our preaching and pilgrimage in the magazine. In the very first Nityananda Trayodashi festival in Kalna, Maharaj worked very hard for himself. He worked very hard himself. All the grass and weeds were mowed so that guests could sit there. Even though he had hoped to have a small festival, somehow it became a very big festival. Srila Guru Maharaj was then out of the state, so he wrote to us that we should go and participate. I remember that Jajavar Maharaj, Sridhar Maharaj, and Ashra Maharaj were also there. Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj also came and sang kirtan all night. I used to go to the Kalna temple all the time. Only when I was out of the state did I not go there. Keshav Prabhu brought kool, a Bengali cherry. Kool is it's also kind of like an apple. Yeah, it's like an apple. So he brought kool from Gauridas Pandit's Shripat, a place of residence of a great Vaishnav, to Mayapur Chaitanya Gaudiya Math. I guess kool would be like if you mixed a cranberry and an apple. Yeah. No, why did I say cranberry? I meant to say cherry and apple. It's a little bit more dry. So he planted those kool everywhere, and now we have many kool trees. We all saw the old town of Kalna at that time and performed Sankirtan there. At first, Guru Maharaj did not have a room, and he used to sleep on the side porch. Yeah, so if you go to the temple there, where you're standing in front of Thakurji, that was where Srila Bhakti Pramoda Purī Goswami Maharaj, where he slept all the time. Then in 1978, a room was built, but Maharaj did not stay in that room. I remembered, I stayed in that room with Jajavar Maharaj and two of his disciples. But he would just sleep on that porch. When the foundation was dug in Mayapur for the Gopinath Gaudiya Math, Krishna Mohan Banerjee and Nitya Gopal came from Kolkata. I also came, and Maharaj wrote to me in a letter, "Whatever you do will be fine with me." Many people came for the Bhitti Puja, the foundation laying puja. Maharaj was supposed to come, but he could not come. He had to be present in someone's grandmother's funeral. Shripad Gopinath Prabhu, it was my grandmother's funeral. Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj. So Maharaj was always present in all the festivals of our math. Later, Hrishikesh Maharaj, a disciple of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada from, well, how do you say that? Rishra. He also used to be present at all our festivals. When we would have Parikrama, all the Mahārajas would come, such as Santa Maharaj, Jajavar Maharaj, Vaikanas Maharaj, Padmanabha Maharaj, Damodar Maharaj, everyone. Before going to Kalna, Maharaj used to stay in Yogapit. Every day he used to bathe in the Ganga. In later years, when Maharaj went to Kalna, he went through many hardships and worked very hard to renovate that temple and re-establish proper deity worship there. Maharaj was famous for his expertise at and attachment for deity worship. Dr. S.N. Ghosh used to go there every year. That's Sujanananda Prabhu. Maharaj used to call him Surenda. The other person who also used to go with many friends of his was Dr. Nalini Ranjan Sen Gupta. He whom you now know as Acharya Maharaj, who used to be called Bankim Panda, also used to go. In 1961, we went on pilgrimage to North India. In 1962, we went to South India. I remember this because in 1962, China attacked India, and at that time, we were in South India. We used to take small deities on the train. Maharaj used to worship these deities on the train the same way he used to worship them in the mutt. Wow, that's pretty cool. Every day there would be bhog and arti on the train, and then there would be distribution of prasad. During Vrajmandal Parikrama, we used to have many tents. Maharaj always stayed in the same tent with Guru Maharaj. In the Vrajmandal Parikrama, we would carry a small deity on a palanquin, and then we would all follow the palanquin. Just for this purpose, a small murti of Mahaprabhu was made. Maharaj used to worship that deity. On special days, he also used to perform Abhishek. After his last parikrama, Guru Maharaj kept the deity of Mahaprabhu in our Gokul Mat. All the Maharajas used to go with us on the parikrama, because no other mat had Vrajmandal Parikrama in those days. Maharaj used to regularly read at different places on the Vrajmandal Parikrama. He used to read about Sri Madhavendra Puripad at Govindakund. In those days, everyone used to be enchanted with Maharaja's kirtan. His voice was beautiful, melodious, and extremely devotional. Here in Purī, there was an incident during a Rath Yatra festival. I do not remember the year. Those who see Rath Yatra now will not understand how it was then. In those days, they used to let us sing and dance in the middle of the ropes. Wow! Maharaj used to sing and dance in front of the chariot. He used to sing the famous songs from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, such as Seyato Parananata Painu. Maharaj would dance with his hands in the air, and the pandas would also be so enchanted they would pick him up on the chariot. One time, Maharaj was dancing in front of the chariot, and a pickpocket came and he picked money from his pocket. Then a Punjabi brahmachari from our mat, called Narayan Das Brahmachari, caught the pickpocket by his arm. He shouted, "I have caught him! I have caught him!" Instead of being pleased, Maharaj chastised him. "If he wants to take my money, let him take it." The reason for this was that he did not want his mood to be spoiled. He did not want anybody's devotional mood to be spoiled. Narayan Das, on the other hand, thought, first of all, Maharaj is a sadhu, and second of all, he is not rich. Therefore, it is my duty to protect his money. Maharaj asked that the pickpocket be released. He was very happy to be free. Maharaj's kirtan had so much life in it, and an incident like this explains his mood. There are two glorifications. Actually, I think it's in My Beloved Masters, and 2 times Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj recounts this pastime and gives a whole purport on it as well. During the Vrajmandal Parikrama, Maharaj used to give lectures every day. There was a schedule of reading Srimad Bhagavatam every night, and during the day also. There's a schedule of reading Srimad Bhagavatam every day, and during the day and every night, and during the day also. Mahārāja would read the relevant pastime from Srimad Bhagavatam. Our Vrajmandal Parikrama was very spectacular. There used to be 18 camps, and we used to circumambulate the Vrajmandal for 35 days. At some places, we would stay for 1 day, and at other places, we would stay for 3 days. Mahārāja never skipped any Vrajmandal Parikrama, and he always used to walk everywhere on foot. During Srila Guru Mahāraja's later years, when he could not walk anymore, that's Srila Bhakti Madhav Goswami Maharaj, Srila Guru Mahārāja used to go by car, and then Mahārāja would accompany him on Srila Guru Mahāraja's request. In Vrajmandal Parikrama, vigils would be held all night. What's a vigil? Oh, there. Vigil is wakeful. Oh, okay, no. A watch or period of watchful attention maintained at night or other times. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, so in Vrajmandal Parikrama, vigils would be held all night. Outside lights would be on all night, and some devotees would be on night duty all night. There was a special light called day light, because it was made by the day company. These lights had large waists, and they used to be hung upside down. Their chimneys were at the bottom. They had to be laying on their side and pumped. Once pumped, they would stay on all night. Very interesting. Srila Guru Maharaj asked that I be on night duty, but he did not ask me to be on night duty every night. Srila Purī Maharaj noticed everything. After this, I went on night duty for 3 consecutive nights. After I went on night duty for 3 consecutive nights, Srila Purī Maharaj went to my Guru Maharaj and told him about me. He pointed out that very soon I would become very tired. This is how Guru Maharaj came to know about it. Whatever inspiration I have received in my devotional life came by observing their conduct. Whatever progress I have made, it is because of their association. One thing I have noticed about Mahārāja: I have never seen him getting angry. He may say, "I will not accept any service from so-and-so," and that is all he will say. Does he get angry at you? Sripad Gopinath Prabhu: I have never seen him getting angry. Srila Bhaktivigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj: you remember what he said in his last Vyas Puja address? When he was delivering Harikatha, he said, "I am only a dog, and all this honor that you are giving me, I am not worthy of any of it." This kind of conduct is very exemplary. Another good quality I have seen in him, which is actually a great quality: he is always writing articles, and sometimes he asks us to look at them. If someone could find some mistake in something he wrote, he would be extremely pleased with that person. When he wrote about our pilgrimage in South India, he asked me to proofread what he had written. I found a factual mistake, and I pointed that out to him. He was so pleased with me. Immediately he went to Srila Guru Maharaj. He told Srila Guru Maharaj, "Please let him work with me." So if you can find some mistake in something he has written, he will be extremely pleased with you. Then Sripad Gopinath Prabhu: he is always very careful about how to treat our guests. He is always very aware of who is coming to the mat and whether they have been treated properly. He is always inquiring about the comfort of our guests and teaching us how to honor them properly. Srila Bhaktivigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj: even those days when he had practically nothing, he was like this with his guests. Another thing I remember: when we went for Nityananda Trayodashi, there were many people there. Not everyone was from some mat. Not everyone was fasting. Mahārāja did not want to impose fasting on those who did not want to fast. So this is how he would find out about it. He would call someone to him and ask them, "Is there anything particular today?" Then that person might say, yes, today is Nityananda Trayodashi, so I am fasting. But those who didn't say that, he would feed them. This is how thoughtful he was about taking care of his guests. Yeah, and on Vishnu Tattva days, there's no sin. For Akadashi, I'm sure, like on Akadashi, that's a whole other thing because all sins go into the grains. But on Vishnu Tattva days, it's not like that. And so there's no fault in if somebody's not fasting and feeding them grains. But Mahārāja himself would fast even from water on every Akadashi day. He used to quote the following shlok from Hari Bhakti Vilas. Madotane Matshayane Madhya Parshva Parivartane. I guess those are days that we should fast completely. Because Otana Akadashi, then Shayan Akadashi, and Madhya Parshva Akadashi. Those are 3 different Akadashis, right? Thanks. Mahārāja, Srila Guru Mahārāja, Srila Giri Mahārāja, they all used to fast on Akadashi, even from water. He's saying Srila Bhakti Purī Gosvāmī Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Madhav Gosvāmī Maharaj, and Giri Maharaj, they would all fast on Akadashi, even from water. Shripad Gopinath Prabhu. Yes, he would not take prasad even the day after Gaur Purnima, because he had a disciple in Shantipur to whose house he would go on that day to perform Abhishek for his deity. He did not want to eat before performing Abhishek. Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj. Yes, he never used to eat during Parikrama either. Both my Guru Maharaj and your Guru Maharaj would not eat during Parikrama. They would not let anyone know, but because we used to serve them, we knew about it. Parikrama is supposed to be part of worship. We have read in scripture that if one does Parikrama on foot, then one gets the result of Ashwamedha Yagya at every step. They have demonstrated that by their own conduct. 1 second, just checking the comments. I haven't looked at it for a while. Okay, Rukmini Dīdī says that verse that we were reading, it's an observance staying awake all night. Okay, Shripad Gopinath Prabhu. I remember we're almost at the end. I know it's 8:30 right now, but I think we're at the very end of this chapter now. Yeah. Okay, so Shripad Gopinath Prabhu. I remember the first Vyas Puja in our Gopinath Gaudiya Mat. The night before, Mahārāja was standing on the veranda upstairs, and he was instructing me how we should conduct ourselves the following day. I especially remember he told me, I want you to remember this. If any of the guests who will come tomorrow, whether they are sannyasis, brahmacharis, residents of the Mat, or devotees from elsewhere, if any of them is neglected in any way, I want to die before that. Oh my God. He always tells me, why do you people worry so much about what or when why do you people worry so much about what or when I will eat? Nothing happens to me if I fast. In reality, that is what we have seen. For example, Sankarshan Prabhu had his Diksha ceremony at Santa Maharaja's Mat. The day before was Nrsimha Chaturdashi. That whole day and whole night, Maharaj did not eat anything. The next day also he fasted in order to give initiation. Then he took prasad after 3 in the afternoon. That means he fasted over 40 hours. Wow. Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj. Yes, we have seen incidents like this many times. Fasting for 40 hours. Shripad Gopinath Prabhu. But he does not have any kind of liver problem or anything like that because of these habits. Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj. No, he does not have anything like that. We can all see that. The conduct of my Guru Maharaj and your Guru Maharaj is very exemplary. We have something to learn from everything they do. Everything they do is something that we should observe, but this cannot be explained. Shripad Gopinath Prabhu. Even the last time when Guru Mahārāja was doing parikrama on foot, resting his hands on one of our shoulders, he would circumambulate Srila Prabhupada's place 4 times. If we said, Maharaj, why do you have to circumambulate so many times? He would not listen to us. Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Maharaj. In the scripture, there are rules about circumambulation. The rule is, one has to go halfway around Lord Shiva, 7 times around Suryadev, the sun, and 4 times around the Vishnu temple. Guest. Why more times around Suryadev? Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami. Because you cannot really circumambulate the sun. you have to just rotate in place. But one is allowed to circumambulate Vishnu even just once. Even that is beneficial. Shripad Gopinath Prabhu. At every place of pilgrimage, Mahārāja must do Achman and Tarpan. He would do Achman and Tarpan in whatever pond was there. Srila Bhaktivigyan Bharati Maharaj. Srila Bhaktivigyan Bharati Maharaj. This has a special significance. Materialistic people perform tarpan, oblations to their ancestors. They are grateful to their ancestors because they received their bodies from them. We, who are following the Vaishnava path, offer tarpan to our Guru Parampara because we are grateful to them. But not everyone always does that. Only someone like Mahārāja would do that without fail. So when we're at any holy place and we're offering tarpan, like in the water, we're offering like that, we do to our whole entire Guru Parampara. That's why sometimes you see Vaishnavas, they'll keep on, offering water back in again and again and again. Shripad Gopinath Prabhu. We have seen that when Mahārāja does Dīdī worship, he does everything perfectly from A to Z. Srila Bhaktivigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj. Yes, that is why we have seen that it takes Mahārāja quite a long time to finish his puja. He won't leave anything out. This is also true about all other Vaishnava rituals, such as Diksha, Sannyas, or funeral. Shripad Gopinath Prabhu. I'm just quickly seeing how much is left. Maybe we should continue this tomorrow. Like in the evening, in our evening reading. Yeah, this is too long to finish now. Okay, so we will conclude this chapter at 5:30 p.m. India time, and then we will also read the next chapter. What is the next chapter after this? Let me just look really quick. It is, wow, this is a long darshan with Srila Bhaktivigyan Bharati Goswami. We'll read the next chapter, which is his transcendental message. Harikatha is never fruitless. Okay, so if anybody would like to join that, come back in, I don't know how many hours that is. Come back at 5:30 p.m. Right now it's 8:36 a.m. India time, so we'll do it at 5:30 p.m. India time. And it's late now, so I'll just do a quick kirtan, but then maybe we could also, in the evening time, we can sing Jaya Nila Pramadhana and maybe something else for Srila Bhakti Purī Goswami. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Jaya Bhakti Pramoda, Purī Gosvāmī, Bhakti Pramoda, Śrīla Purī Gosvāmī. Jaya Bhakti Pramoda, Purī Gosvāmī, Bhakti Pramoda, oh Purī Gosvāmī. Kishore Krishna is not with us because he's at another program right now, so I guess I'll do Jaidwani. But yeah, if anybody also would like to read this book, A Life of Devotion, it's such an amazing book. If you haven't joined our previous readings, like it goes, it's so amazing. I can't describe it. It's such a beautiful book. So if anybody would like to hear those readings, they're all on Vine of Devotion on my YouTube channel. I made a playlist with all the videos there in order. There are 9. No, this is the 10th one. And also you can find the PDF. I think I posted it on Vine of Devotion. It's also in our WhatsApp group, if anybody's in our WhatsApp group where I announce when we're going live. But if anybody doesn't have access to the PDF and they'd like it, just send me a message and I can share it with you. All right, I'll do Jaidwani now. Let me just look at the comments really quick. Okay. Jai Shishi Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shishi Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai. Jai Shishi Radha Gopinatha Ju Ki Jai. Jai Nitil Pravishna Vishnupad Ashata Rashata Shishmar Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Gosvāmī Mahārāja Srila Gurudeva Ki Jai. Nitil Pravishna Vishnupad Ashata Rashata Shishmar Srila Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai. Nitil Pravishna Vishnupad Ashata Rashata Shishmar Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Mahārāja Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitil Pravishna Vishnupad Ashata Rashata Shishmar Srila Bhakti Pramoda Purī Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai. Tadīya Shubha Tirubhav Titi Ki Jai. Nitil Pravishna Vishnupad Shishmad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai. Nitil Pravishna Vishnupad Ashata Rashata Shishmad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosvāmī Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishna Maha Bhagavat Srila Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishna Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Nityalila Pravishna Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Nugagoriya Guru Varga Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath. Shri Jeev Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath. Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari. Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जाय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौर मंडल ब्रज मंडल मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जाय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदत्त गिरिराज महाराज की जाय। श्री राधा कुंज श्याम कुंज की जाय। श्री मुना देवी गंगा देवी की जाय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जाय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जाय। श्री पूर्णमासी योग माया की जाय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जाय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जाय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्रील भक्ति प्रमोद पुरी गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। All the disciples of Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj ki jai. All the followers, anybody who even has any love, any appreciation of Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai Shri Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Shri Padpodayan Maharaj ki jai. Hari Bo. Okay, Vrindai Tulsidevai Priyai Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Sattvatai Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyashta Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavane Vaishnave Bhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat Pranams Devi Vai. Hare Krishna. Hi, Dandavat Pranams Nari Hari Prabhu, Bhavatarani Mataji, Shubhananda Prabhu, Champak Mataji, Dinanath Prabhu, Hare Krishna. And let's see on YouTube and Facebook who is here. One second. Raseshwari Mataji, Rukmini Dīdī. Jai Titanya is there. And Rukmini Dīdī, Ganga Mataji, Vidya Lalasa Dīdī, Meena Podel, and Prajumna Prabhu, Mantramurti Mataji, Vamsiwala Prabhu, and everybody else watching. Dandavat Pranams.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna Shubhananda Prabhu. Hare Bol.
There is a little thing I want to add.
Yes, please.
2 days back, I called Shri Gopinath Das Babaji Maharaj.
Yes.
As recently, I got introduced to him at the Jagannath Puri Mutt, and I asked him about what was the favorite dish or something sweet. I just know that Srila Puri Maharaj, Param Gurudev, was fond of having sweets. So I asked him what special dish he liked to have. So then he just mentioned what we recently read in this book recently, that he mentioned on his Vyas Puja that there is not necessary of any having food, special food. You have just Hari Katha and everything. But once he mentioned that at Yogapith Mayapur, when he was there with Śrīla Prabhupada, and he was serving, he was having prasad, and Śrīla Prabhupada mentioned everyone that this boy is from Jessore, so you give him good. So indirectly, from the mouth of Śrīla Prabhupada, he indicated what he actually used to have special sweet. It was simple, good jaggery.
Just good, just plain good.
Just plain good. So this is how. And Shri Gopinath Prabhu is also very specific in speaking. He is very short speaking and is to the point, and
Yes.
giving very much essence of the teachings of Shri Purī Mahārāja. So I was having interaction with him in 2 times in person and 2 times on his phone call. Recently, I had called because today is his Tiruvaditi, so I wish that I can make some special dish for him and offer to him. So I was asking him, and he mentioned that he was not interested in eating anything special.
So you just have to offer some good, some plain good. That's how humble and simple.
I am planning to have some good offering him. And recently, our Guru Maharaj also 2 times. Guru Maharaj recently for this Puri program last month. I called Guru Maharaj and asked him if anything special I can brought from Nasik to Puri for this festival. So at that time also, Shri Guru Maharaj mentioned me to bring good.
Really? Okay.
I was quite happy, and Guru Maharaj, when I offered it to Guru Maharaj, Guru Maharaj referred me to Shri Gopinath Das Babaji Maharaj, and
Okay.
asked him, he is a temple president, so you go to him and give him and ask him that I have brought this from Nasik for this seva, and please accept it. And this is how Guru Maharaj also specifically. I was quite happy listening this that I offered good only.
That's really nice. That's really nice. Like like special kind of good, like from sugarcane good, or like kejur good, or like.
No. We had it from Nasik. It is sugarcane good only.
Okay.
As one of my friend from here who regularly comes to our programs, or whenever Guru Maharaj is there in Nasik, he's a merchant of good, wholesale
Okay.
merchant. So last
Nice.
time we sent almost 300 kgs of good from Mayapur festival from Nasik.
Wow, that's a lot. Wow, very nice. Nice you have this special connection, this special seva. Wonderful. All right, Dandavat Pranams, everybody. I look forward to seeing you this evening. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow morning. And tomorrow morning is the last day of our Kartik Vrat. So, I wonder, because tomorrow is also, isn't it Bhugarbha Goswami's disappearance day? Anyways, we'll read from A Life of Devotion, and we'll read some more other things also about Kartik Vrat. Yeah, Dandavat Pranams, everybody. See you later. Haribol. Just checking the comments on YouTube and Facebook. Okay. Haribol.